it obviously there you need to take it with a grain of
Of
salt and
course.
everything, but
Well, yeah, I'm with you.
yeah. So numbers without context, of course, is nothing. But it can be helpful. As with everything, there needs to be a great balance with everything. And the most ideal situation is to have someone like Verge, who one passes the eye test for sure,
Of course.
and two is a freaking monster on the numbers side as well. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is anybody like when you look on this team, you can't say anybody over here doesn't pass the eye test, right? But I just feel like like because of how Bundesliga is, like a guy like Musiala, Sane, and stuff appear there because they win their game 6-1, 5-0, and stuff like that. So he gets an extra assist, an extra goal, and stuff. And that's because of what I was saying earlier, that bumps up their rating. So they look like Musiala looks like the best midfielder over everybody else. And if you notice, I mean, that's the thing. It's just, I mean, Bellingham, for example, I mean, you can't argue for anybody. I do not know the Italian dudes personally, so I can't speak for that. I don't watch a lot of Serie A, but everybody else on here, you can't argue that they're not good players.
I've watched most of the Bayern highlights this season, the 10, 12 minute highlights. I've watched most of the games. And Musiala's been excellent, but I'd argue that Declan Rice has been better. So there's just like
yeah.
Again, so I've no Arsenal player, and I know they got Saka, but I'd have Salah over Saka. So it's just, again, it's all opinion. Haaland's still the top goal scorer. He was out for 3 months. Right. So why isn't Haaland and over Mbappe? Because Mbappe's playing against a bunch of pub players. You know what I mean? Like farmers, basically. So again, it's all opinions, and it's someone's opinion again. But
yeah, that's the thing. Stats are better if you're playing weaker teams. So European players playing in weaker leagues look good. Yeah, I think it's automatically, a lot.
That's always been my opinion on Lukaku. Lukaku will beat the bottom 10 for you twice. He'll beat the bottom 10 twice because he's just a bully. But the good thing is that's 60 points before you start. Right. So if you're Lukaku, you go, I'll get you 60. You get the other 30 within the league. So that's the if you're the Lukaku, I'll beat the bottom 10 home and away.
So you guys just got to take the other games.
I will help you out in the others. I'll get the odd goal here and there, but I'm not getting hat-tricks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's those type of players. Do you know what I mean? I always look at Henry was a bit like the same. I think Henry's, he had like a record of scoring in the game like Middlesbrough. He got like 13, and Palace he got like 11. But then you see Mo Salah's top teams he scored against in the Premier League, City, United, and Spurs, and do you know what I mean? Like high-end teams where Henry will just go, well, I'll just beat these lads for you. Henry never scored in a major cup final, I don't think. So it's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of stats padding, if you will. Like,
Yeah, it's not padding's. I know what you mean, but it is padding as such. But there's also a part where he goes, but I'm getting 60 points, so it's not padding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think
that's but would anybody else get those 60 points as well?
Yeah, of course, but there's also a part where
and maybe gets more from the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but there might be a part where you go to Brentford and not score.
Yes, true.
The inverse is Divock Origi, right? He'll not score for you for like 100 games, but then get a Champions League final winning goal.
Yeah.
So
it's those kind of. I always look at those type of players, mate. Lukaku's always my baseline on Lukaku. If you actually look at his stats, you always go, well, he'll beat the bottom 10 twice, 60 points. Lads, help me out in the others, and we'll win the league.